Hi guys, EDMacDesigns here again. Today we're going to be doing Twixtor, how Twixtor should be used, where it should be used, and with what clips. Now, I've already dragged my clip onto the timeline, so yeah, to start. When you're working with Twixtor, obviously you're going to be slowing things down mainly, so the content itself has to be pretty crisp and clear. Twixtor works best with 60 frames per second content upwards. So if you're using a dazzle or an easy cap, then 30 frames per second content will work with Twixtor, just not as well. So first thing we want to do is we want to tick the frame blending button by here and the motion blur button by here. So frame blending basically means, say you have two frames and you've slowed it down with Twixtor, and really you could do with a frame in between. After Effects will create that frame to go in between, so it looks a lot more smooth. Now we also need to tick the two same boxes on the actual clip, so by here and by here. Right, now with the clip selected, we're going to come up to Layer, Time, and enable time remapping. This will allow us to stretch the time of the clip within After Effects, which is needed for Twixtor. Next thing, we're going to come back up to Layer, Frame Blending, and just tick Pixel Motion. Now, it's on Frame Mix because we've clicked that once. If we click that again and come back to Frame Blending, you'll see it's on Pixel Motion. Now, we need that to be on Pixel Motion for Twixtor. It makes the clips a lot more smoother. So now we've done that, as you can see, we have the two key frames for our time remapping. So to start, we firstly need to expand our composition, and so if we come up to composition settings, and currently mine is 41 seconds, so I'm just going to make it 1 minute 41 seconds, and we zoom out here so I can see the rest of my composition. You do this because obviously when you're slowing content down, it's going to get a lot longer than what it started. Now, when all of this is done, we then need to actually apply Twixtor. So with the clip selected, effects, revision plugins, and you want to find Twixtor. Now, there's Twixtor and there's Twixtor Pro. We just want Twixtor really. So now we've enabled Twixtor. You have your plugin appear in your effects control on the top left. Now, as you can see, you have a few options. We only want to really be concerned with 3 of them. So the input frame rate is currently set to 29.97. Well, our content is 59.94, so we need to put that in there, 59.94. Next one is motion sensitivity. Now, I'm sure you guys have all seen the Twixtor clips where they warp too much or there's too much color bleeding. That's because the motion sensitivity hasn't been set up correctly. Now, if you have a lot of motion, you want to bring the motion sensitivity down. But when you bring it down, it's going to become a lot more choppy. If you have less motion, you can afford to bring the motion sensitivity up. So for this example, I'm just going to leave it on 30. But like I say, it is trial and error, and you have to experience the different settings to find which the one you're happy with. Then next is speed. Obviously, speed is how fast you want the clip or slow you want the clip. Now with speed, we're going to want to be keyframing it. So if we expand our clip by clicking the little arrow right here, then come to Effects, Twixtor, and Output Control, you'll see I have here what I have by here. So I want to find just where I want the Twixtor to start in my clip. So we'll just say it's here. And we want to, on speed, we want to click the little stopwatch once. Now as you can see, a keyframe has been created by here. That's for 100% speed. So if I jump forward a couple of frames and I put that speed to, let's try 20%. The lowest you will get with a HD PVR is around 2-3%, but that's for very motionless clips. So now my speed is 20% all the way through here, and by here, perhaps I want the speed to come back in. So I need to click in between the two arrows by here to create another keyframe at 20%. Then we jump forward a few frames and put it back up to 100%. So now the clip here is 100%, from there to there is 20%, and here onwards we're back up to 100%. Now as you can see, our clip ends early, which isn't much use, so we need to drag our clip out until we come back to its original length. So we'll say that's for there. Now you can add Twixtor more than once in the same clip. You just basically do the same thing again. So you add the keyframe, set your speed, go to the end, add another keyframe, jump forward a few frames, add another keyframe for 100%, and that's pretty much it. I mean, if you're happy with your clip and the way it's turned out, you can then apply your color corrections, your effects. So yeah, give it a go. If you have any problems or need a sample clip, give me a shout and I'll sort it out for you. Cheers guys.